Hello graduates, welcome to the rest of your life. It began 5 seconds ago when you foolishly clicked on this video. I want to give you some advice for the year ahead, because I know you haven't gotten any yet. Take a walk with me. I'll share some wisdom my father gave me when I was your age, words that are with me to this day. My dad always gave great advice, but he was a bit forgetful. One day he took me aside and left me there. But on the day I left for college, his memory was better, and he said, "Son, do not allow academics to interfere with your education." It wasn't till years later that I realized what he meant by that. Academics is lectures, labs, and readings. Education is fixing a flat tire. Education is getting lost in New York City and finding your way by squinting at a transit map in the subway. Education is starting an a cappella group with your friends and getting booed off stage at your first gig. Education is cooking Thanksgiving dinner with your roommates because you have no money to fly home, realizing you undercooked the turkey, putting it back in, and burning it. Education is getting up early on a Saturday morning to plant trees at a conservation area and learning from your team leader how to prune a sapling. Education is driving a friend to the ER who'd become suicidal, holding their hand in the triage room while they're weeping with pain. Then you look around at the other broken people in the room and realize for the first time how good you have it. Education is walking down Bloor Street and not looking away when the panhandler calls out to you, but instead inviting them to have a cone with you at the Dairy Queen and listening to their story. You'll learn as much about the universe in those 12 minutes as you will in a lecture about circuit design. Whether you're doing music at Laurier, carpentry at Conestoga, or doing a 5th year, or a 6th year, or a 7th year, my advice to you for post-secondary is to seek out that kind of education. Yes, go to your lectures and learn from them. But it's between lectures that the real lessons begin. The butt-kicking lessons that real life is made of. The best part is you get to decide which lessons to seek out, rather than waiting for some teacher to tell you what to learn. Because for the next 2 years, you're going to have more freedom than you've ever had in your life, or ever will again. I've been in the working world for 23 years. I've been a dad for 18 years. This is the one case in mathematics where 18 is bigger than 23. And I can tell you that the 2 to 4 years of post-secondary is the first and only time in your life when you have 100% control over how you spend your time. From age 1 to 18, you answer to your parents and teachers. From age 22 to 65, you answer to your boss or your clients. Out of the fire and into the frying pan. And you're like, no. But in between, while you're suspended in midair between the fire and the pan in slow motion trajectory, there's this glorious interlude called post-secondary, a magical 2-year oasis when no one is telling you what to do. You don't clock in, you don't record your hours, no one nags you to wake up, no one cares if you wake up. They don't take attendance in college. They don't chase you for late assignments. You just get a 0. Shh. Imagine the joyful silence of having neither parents nor bosses barking orders at you. It's the eye of the hurricane, the only time in your life when you're responsible for nothing except your own goals. And that freedom is frightening. Many young people can't handle it, and they fail out of their programs because they're not used to structuring their own time. But that freedom can be golden. Post-secondary is your time to try crazy things your parents would never have allowed, and no company you'll ever work for would ever pay you to do. This is your time to join that rock band. Start a rock band. Start an online business and fail at it. Shave your head. Shave your roommate's head. Try creamed spinach again for the first time since you were 8 years old, and admit to yourself that you actually like it. And your parents won't even be there to say, "See, we told you so." Take long walks to the Japanese gardens and go as fast or slow as you want, giving thanks for the wondrous beauty of not having a 3-year-old. As awesome as this sounds, I don't want you to look forward to it. Don't look forward to university, or college, or careers. Instead, I want you to enjoy the summer for what it is. I found that looking forward pulls me away from the wonderful things that are happening right in front of me, right this second. In the words of Sam Harris, the future never arrives. It is always now. You can cherish the past and plan for the future, but the only thing you ever actually experience in life is right now. See, when you were in middle school, you couldn't wait to get to high school. By grade 10, you were sick of high school and you couldn't wait to get to university, so you can finally do what you really want to do. Then you get tired of that and you can't wait to start your career when you can finally do what you really want to do. Then by your 3rd day on the job, you can't wait to retire, when you can finally do what you've always wanted to do all along, which is to say, nothing. If you spend every phase of your life preparing for the next phase, you spend your whole life preparing, and you never actually experience the beauty of Wednesday at 1:46 p.m. Think about what a dog does when it's chasing a ball through a park. A dog doesn't look forward to anything. A dog just enjoys being a dog. Running through the park, flying through the air, leaping after a ball, the wind in its fur. This is how to enjoy life. So this summer, I want you to be a dog. I want you to enjoy life the way a dog does, not even knowing what tomorrow is, but just enjoying each moment for what it is. So I'm not going to end this speech by saying, good luck in university, or have a great summer, or even have a nice day. Those things are too far off. Instead, I'll say, have a great hour. Good luck for the next 5 minutes. I wish you a fruitful and adventuresome 60 seconds. I sound like I'm joking, but I'm really not. My wish for you is that the 7 minutes of your life that you threw away watching this video will inspire you to make your next minute of life more interesting, more fulfilling, more useful than the previous 7. So as you go about living the next 10 to 15 seconds of your life, which long-neglected friend will you text? What song will you start to write? What book that you've always wanted to read will you finally pick up? What volunteer organization will you sign up for? The future does not exist. The future will never exist. It is always right now. The rest of your life is now.